everyone, welcome to second part on Boris Spassky. And if you remember, basically we stopped kinda Spassky at the World Championships title in 1969. He played not a very successful match in 1966, but kinda established himself, I would say, around that time as the strongest player in the world. I would actually say that probably there was a very short period of time that he was the strongest player in the world, because I would say clearly from 1970, even maybe late 69, already Fischer was the best player in the world. Something similar to, 2010, you already knew clearly who was the best player in the world. And it wasn't the world champion Viswanathan Anand, it was Magnus Carlsen, but only in 2013 Carlsen became the world champion. I mean, I would say at least 3 years, maybe 3 years plus, he was clearly number one player in the world. Fischer was actually not that far. So Spassky, maybe short period of time in the late 60s, was best player in the world. He didn't actually win all the tournaments, and actually few tournaments around, already in 71, he finished one tournament behind Anderson and one behind Karpov. But, well, let's see his games. I have 5 games here, which means we will have to go over them quite rapidly. What I would like to show is basically the different styles of Spassky. I mean, he could play really very complicated position and play them amazing. On the other hand, he could play also positional play in the highest possible level, world champion level, and that's something really great about him. If you remember Kasparov saying that Spassky could play was maybe the first great player to play e4, d4 at the same level. Well, let's see that. Okay, so this is his game against Petrosian from their match. This is game 17. And I want to show the difference between this game and the next game that Spassky also won. Okay, let's go quickly to the point I'd like to discuss. I mean, I would say this is fairly normal and, objectively, I think, quite a standard position. Maybe White somehow got a little bit better version here, but nothing really that dramatic in this position. I mean, knight takes d5 instead of rook d8 was also possible, but I would say all in all, really, nothing much for White in this position. I mean, Black actually can think about playing the move a4, rook f5 is logical. I mean, I would even consider the very simple this move. Black is all right, but you see nothing really dramatic here. And I really like this move. Bishop take f6 is quite a nice move. At least put some pressure on Petrosian. I mean, if the knight gets to d5, probably not really much in the position. And after something like bishop take, rook d7, this should have been a normal way. Again, I don't believe White really has much, queen b7, but, well, Petrosian took with the pawn, and, well, very similar story. Maybe bishop was better on f6, but, well, Petrosian chose this way. A4 is super important move. The knight is strong, and, well, the a5 pawn is fixed. And, you would expect that such position, again, nothing really dramatic for White. I mean, maybe very little bit better, but nothing much at all. First of all, if White is trying to go to the file, this move is kind of strong. I mean, horrible structure, but lots of nastiness, right? So this is kind of important.